Welcome to the official channel. This is the MLRO Files.
Imagine you've spent your entire life building a successful business. One day, you walk into a bank to open a corporate account, expecting the process to be quick and straightforward.
But instead, the bank asks you two seemingly simple questions. What is the source of your wealth? What is the source of your funds?
At first, those questions might sound almost identical. In fact, many clients believe they mean exactly the same thing. But in the world of anti-money laundering and financial crime compliance, they have two completely different meanings.
Understanding the difference between source of wealth and source of funds is one of the most important responsibilities of compliance professionals.
In today's episode, we'll follow a real-world inspired corporate banking scenario and see how these questions help banks assess risk, meet their regulatory obligations, and protect the integrity of the financial system. Let's begin.
Good morning, Mr. Abdullah. Welcome to ABC Bank. How may I assist you today?
Good morning. I'd like to open a corporate account for my company.
Certainly, Mr. Abdullah. Could you briefly explain your business activities? And which countries do you primarily trade with?
We manufacture and export premium leather products. Our clients are located across Germany, Italy, Turkey, the UAE, and we also have clients in Russia and Iran.
Thank you for the information. As part of our regulatory obligations, your business will require additional compliance and sanctions due diligence before we can proceed with the account opening.
Is there a problem with my company?
Not at all. However, because your business involves cross-border trade with jurisdictions that may present sanctions and financial crime risks, we're required to perform additional verification. In accordance with our AML and sanctions policies, could you explain how you accumulated your wealth?
I've been operating this leather manufacturing business for over 35 years. We started as a small family workshop and gradually expanded into international exports.
Thank you. To support this, we'll require documents such as company financial statements, ownership information, and any other information necessary to understand source of wealth. We'll also need to understand the source of funds for the deposits that will be received into this account.
Our payments come from overseas buyers who purchase our leather products.
Thank you. We'll require supporting documents such as commercial invoices, sales contracts, shipping documentation, and evidence demonstrating the legitimate commercial purpose of those transactions.
Why do you need all of these documents?
These checks are a regulatory requirement. They help us understand our clients, manage financial crime risks, and comply with AML and sanctions regulations.
I appreciate your professionalism. I understand these checks are in place to protect the financial system, and I'll provide all the requested documents so we can move forward with the account opening.
Let's recap Mr. Abdullah's case. Here, the bank wasn't concerned because he was a successful businessman or because he operated an international company. The additional due diligence was triggered because his business had commercial relationships involving jurisdictions subject to sanctions. Under a risk-based AML framework, the bank was required to apply enhanced due diligence before establishing the relationship.
As part of that enhanced due diligence, the bank requested both the client's source of wealth and source of funds. Although these terms are often confused, they serve two different purposes. Source of wealth explains how Mr. Abdullah accumulated his overall wealth over the years. In this case, it came from building and operating his leather export business for more than 3 decades. Whereas source of funds, on the other hand, explains where the money for the transactions entering this account originates. Mr. Abdullah demonstrated that the funds would come from legitimate commercial payments received from his overseas clients under documented trade transactions.
The important lesson is that being classified as higher risk does not mean a client has done anything wrong. It simply means the bank must gather more information, better understand the client's business, and ensure it complies with enhanced due diligence requirements before establishing the relationship.
We hope this episode has helped you understand the difference between source of wealth and source of funds, and why financial institutions request this information as part of a risk-based AML program. Thank you for watching the MLRO Files. We'll see you in the next episode.